So today, in this video, we will be covering drawing from the holster, both outside the waistband and inside the waistband safely. This is more of a beginner's tutorial, just how to start walking into running, into a full sprint, how to do the whole thing safely and properly. First, we're going to start with outside the waistband and then move to inside the waistband. The most important thing when drawing from the holster is when obtaining your purchase on the firearm, you need to have your finger off of the trigger. That is key. The only time the finger touches the trigger is when it is fully out and the muzzle is beginning to be pointed down towards your target. You will meet that trigger right here in your workspace. You will take up the slack, so by the time that you are on target, you'll be able to fire. So, we are clear at the moment. I'll show you very slowly the whole thing. 2 times on this side, then on the other side, and then I'll show you what it looks like at full speed. We're coming down, unlocking our holster, getting a good firm purchase. We are high into the beaver tail, as high as possible. We are pulling out, it is coming out, finger is meeting, right when we're about to break that 90, we are meeting the trigger, pulling the slack out of it. We have our thumb high on this end, on our right hand, so we can get our purchase with our left hand, push out to our target, meet our target, and fire. One more time. High purchase, thumb high, finger meets the trigger, meet purchase, pull out, and fire. Show you on this side. Here, finger starts to go on the trigger, thumb still high here. This is what I meant about thumb high. We are keeping that high, so when we get our hand in here, we can then lock it down over here. High purchase, finger on trigger, lock, extend out the target, and fire. Now for full speed. One more time. Another key thing, very, very, very important. This is the most important part about holster work. When reholstering, you want to come out of the holster fast, obviously for competition, time on target. When reholstering, the competition's over. There's no more competition. It's not who can reholster their gun the fastest. That's stupid. Take your time reholstering your weapon. Make eye contact with your holster. See where your muzzle's going. Don't point it at your fucking leg and your foot. Finger off the trigger. Make sure there's no obstructions in the holster to catch that trigger and reholster. If you have a lock on your holster, like this one, this is a level 2 locking holster similar to the Safariland holsters. Put the lock back on. You don't have to rush that. There's a lot of people that shoot themselves in the legs, and that's not what we're going for. Now that I've shown you outside the waistband, we will be moving to inside the waistband holster work. Okay, now we are doing inside the waistband. Show clear here. I will preface this part by saying, practice this thoroughly via dry fire. Once you are comfortable under dry fire, then go to the range, find a range that allows you to draw from the holster, confirm that you're allowed to draw from the holster, and slowly start to build your pace working from the holster. You don't have to start out going a million miles an hour. That's how you blow your leg off. Also, when I say I am pulling the slack out of my trigger, that is a very advanced technique, because a lot of beginners, they'll pull that slack out and discharge the weapon, and negligently discharge the weapon as they're coming up. For beginners, do not take the slack out of your trigger. You're going to fully purchase your firearm, push out to your target, and then put your finger on the trigger. For the more advanced people, you can start to work on pulling that slack out, so you're already there to take your shot when you're fully extended. Now, for inside the waistband, I'm going to be demonstrating the 4 o'clock position and the appendix position, or the 12 o'clock. I prefer the 4 o'clock. It's more comfortable for me. So, with this, you can either reach over with your non-dominant hand, lift your shirt, grab your purchase, pull out, push out, and fire. You can use this hand to keep any fucking bad guys back or whatever. You're like, back off. Use this hand to pull up your shirt, gain your purchase, and push out. I don't like that one particularly because you're doing too much with your fucking hand under stress. Are you gonna be able to do that? Probably not. So, lifting the shirt, just grabbing as much shirt as you can, getting it out of the way. It doesn't matter. We're not folding the shirt lightly and being gentle. We're getting that shirt out of the way so we can get our firearm on target and firing at the target. Next, appendix. Not my favorite carry. Not my favorite, but doable. Let me not show my junk. So, from the appendix, it is a very similar thing. Non-dominant hand, grabbing the shirt, pulling it out of the way, presenting the firearm. As we're presenting, we're letting go of that shirt and gaining our purchase on a firearm. I'll show this on the left side this time. Grabbing, out, bang. One more time slow, and then one more time fast. Target. Fantastic. And one more time at normal speed, what you should expect when you get to the part where you're comfortable and you've put in some practice. One more time. Target. Cool. So, that's pretty much the whole video on how to draw from the holster. Start with dry fire. Crawl, walk, run, sprint. Find what makes you comfortable. This is how I do it. There are a million ways to draw from the holsters, a million types of holsters, there's a million different ways to carry. You have the cross draw bags and all that crazy stuff. Find what works for you, do it safely, make sure you can do it repeatably, and that you are proficient with your weapon system. Thank you for watching, and remember, perfect practice makes perfect.